Hi and welcome to Dr. Mix. Today I will tell you why I have been using Cubase for 30 years and how you can win one copy of Cubase Pro 10. That's coming up. Hi guys and welcome to Dr. Mix. It has occurred to me that it has been 30 years of Cubase, and I wanted to tell you my story of Cubase because there is a reason why I keep on using it, and the story begins here. Ta-da! This is my photo album of when I was a little kid, and check this out if I can find it. This is my first bedroom studio. You see, there is like a 8-track quarter-inch, a Krumar Stratus, and a Korg DW8000, I think. And then I've got, I think, an M1. And there you can see an Atari running Cubase 1.0. That's right. That's how far back I go with Cubase. So at the time I remember that the choice wasn't much. I was coming from Commodore 64 with a CL interface, really bad one actually, and I was running Pro 16. And at the time when I got the Atari ST, what you saw there was already an Atari Mega 2 because I upgraded. So I was already doing some jobs, from my bedroom studio, and I was, just about 18 or something like that. So the choice at the time was either Cubase or I think Hybrid Arts. What was the name of it? Was it I can't remember. Anyway, Cubase looked a lot better and it already had the MIDI editor with that look that we know. And it was really, really cool back then, and I was already a big advocate for it. It's the only program that I've used up until the mid-90s, and then at some point I also got a Pro Tools system because Pro Tools was the only one that you could use to record audio. It was really, really expensive, but at the time I was working in the pop industry. I was working, high profile Italian pop artists, so I had some money, I could afford that. I really needed it to, step up my game and start working with audio. And as much as I like Pro Tools, it was like a big recorder, and it's always been a big recorder, but Cubase always felt like a musical instrument. So whenever the computers started picking up with processing power and you could run audio natively inside the computer itself, that's when I went back to Cubase. And what I thought it was different about Cubase and versus everything else is that, well, firstly, the MIDI implementation was really, really good. You had the logical editor. You had really advanced way of programming pianos and everything else. But also came down to some technical stuff, because I've used Logic as well, but then when I would export with Logic, I don't know if that's still the case nowadays, but it was always an issue with plugins, and you would export the multitrack and it would never start from zero. There was a little gap, so you would have to edit it after the fact, and also you could not export groups, which is something that I, for, stems and things like that. And now that I have basically 4 rooms, they're all running Cubase. Why? Because importing, exporting, editing is just a breeze. And more than anything, I like the interface, how quickly it responds. I like that you can run a lot of plugins. It has a very clever and efficient way to manage soft synths, which, if you do this seriously, soft synths can become quite numerous on your session, and it can become quite hard for the system to cope with it. But this German technology has always been performing fantastically. This is the truth. It just works. You're finishing a mix, your session is completely loaded, and you want to add one more synth. I just hit record. It always works. So over the years, it has, just proven that it's like the best tool for me to make music. Of course, I've been boasting about Cubase for quite some time, and it got to a point where I was actually contacted by Steinberg. And guess what? I ended up some time ago being on the back cover of Cubase itself. Look at it. That's me. Can you believe it? Man, if I told my mom that one day I would be on the package of Cubase, she would probably not understand still today. But you know, it was this, you know, it's incredible. I really still cannot believe it nowadays. The good news is that now you can participate to a prize draw. I'm gonna give you a free copy of Cubase Pro 10, the latest and the best. How do you do that? Join my mailing lists, the Dr. Mix mailing list, by clicking either here or maybe with the link in the description. Join my list. I will send you every now and then tips, good videos, some exclusive videos on mixing, mastering and production and things that you can do in order to get a better sound for your music. So I will never spam you. It's never gonna be monkey business. Just subscribe to the mailing list and I will draw a prize and give to a lucky winner a full copy of Cubase Pro 10. So having said all that, I hope you stay inspired. I hope you work with the right tools. I hope you work with stuff that makes you want to make more music, and then you make a lot of it. I love you dearly. Thanks for watching. Dr. Mix. And this is the bit where you subscribe to the channel by clicking right there in the middle. Right, go with the mouse there. Okay. Bye. Ta-ta. See you later.